Welcome in Earth Signs. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a message for you for the new moon in Cancer. And so I am going to break it down per zodiac sign. And so this is going to be for sun, moon, and rising placements. And so we've got some pretty intense energies building up, leading up to the new moon on Monday, July 17th, in combination with the nodes shifting on the same day. And so I think we're going to start off with Taurus. So Taurus, you're going to be up first. And before jumping in with the cards, I do want to talk about a message that I think you need to hear when it comes to these energies. And so for my Taurus collective, sun, moon, and rising, I feel communication is in focus for you. What I heard when I was getting ready was Taurus is ruled by the throat. So this might mean you need to speak up. This could be something that you're trying to manifest. And so whatever you're manifesting, it is about taking back your personal power is what I feel for my Taurus collective out there. Advocating for yourself and using your voice, activating your voice. And so I know me as a Taurus, I tend to try and keep the peace, but I feel there's a certain type of realization coming through for my Taurus collective when it comes to making a decision. And maybe this is a lesson in articulating your needs. And so a wonderful new moon affirmation for all of you Taurians out there would be, I embrace my needs first. And that's what a true Empress does. She fills her own cup first. So use your voice to craft your reality through communicating your needs authentically. So let's jump in with the cards and see what other messages need to come through for you, Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Ooh, we get the Chiron energy and Pisces. So you might have Pisces in your chart. You could be dealing with the Pisces. But we are on the precipice of closing out these toxic, wounded cycles within relationships. And so you might be getting to the core root of an issue here, 222. Might be time to make a decision. I do feel really pay attention to where your Chiron placement falls within your housing, because that's likely coming up to be addressed, because in the following week, we do have Chiron in Aries stationing retrograde. And so we're going into some 5 months of sensitive healing here. And so I do feel something is kind of coming back around. It might be something coming back around. Ooh, we get the trine. I split it again. We still got the Chiron energy now on the other side. And so there's a lot of energies I feel synthesizing. And so you are the creator of your reality, Taurus. And so how can you use your voice to craft the reality that you want in your life? So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Taurus. We're going to get you 3 of these cards. And this one stayed on the table. 4th house. So the 4th house is naturally ruled by Cancer. And so Taurus loves to make a beautiful home, right? Taurus is one of the most nurturing signs of the zodiac. And so 42 breaking down to a 6. And so finding that balance and harmony within your home life. So check your 4th house. There could be something arising when it comes to the home front. There could be a change in homes. We get transits. Climate. I feel like a climactic ending or new beginning. We get the Saturn energy, and so another 6. So something about Pisces retrograde, Saturn retrograde and Pisces. You could be restructuring a foundation within your home. And then we get the root. So there's that root energy, getting to the root of any blockages in order to go towards a healing path. And then the 2nd house. So I do feel there could be unexpected income, an unexpected sale of a house that's going to bring in some resources. There is something about the home, about the foundation that is coming up. Maybe you're going to be uprooted. Maybe you've recently been uprooted. But I feel planting seeds for the future that will take stock, that will take root to bring in a lot of abundance and resources. And so Gemini energy too. I just feel this very sweet energy. Maybe you are coming out of a period of restructuring your internal belief systems. I feel this energy of maybe in the past you've recently been like at that rock bottom in the fetal position, or maybe you're going through this right now. But I feel maybe there's a need to be careful not to be tempted. I feel a connection here where there are some deep, deep roots, and there are issues stemming around self-worth and self-value that might need to be explored at a deeper subconscious level, a deeper investigative level. But let's see what else needs to come through for you with the Moonology deck. I've actually combined my original Moonology deck along with the Moonology Manifestation deck. And so we'll get a few messages from here in honor of the new moon energy and see what else needs to come through. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's your energy, Taurus. So how can you reflect on your priorities? There might be a need to protect your energy, but I do feel, yeah, it's time to kind of take action. It's time to take action on your deepest desires. And so the Aries energy is saying it's time to be bold. Maybe it's time to ram through any issues that have been creating a lot of karmic issues. And it's really time to get real. So the Aquarian energy is asking you, hey, don't let your pride hold you back. That's the South Node. So somebody's been stuck in a toxic pattern, in a South Node pattern here, and the past has been holding somebody back. So how can you reflect on your priorities and give practicality for the dreams that you want to bring forward? And so you might want to clear your mind. You might want to stop some obsessive thought patterns when it comes to maybe just unleashing your wild side. Somebody here needs to be bold and make a move is what it feels like. Somebody here needs to move, maybe even pack up and move. But let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot. And so we could be talking about a Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node, with the South Node coming back in. And so I feel like maybe you've been swinging like a pendulum with one foot in the new energy, one foot in the old, and now it's time to kind of take that leap of faith and go straight towards taking action towards the new. But let's see what else needs to come through for you, Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising. We get the Knight of Cups in reversed, the Strength reversed, the Knight of Wands upright, the Three of Pentacles, the Moon, dead central energy, the Moon. There's an illusion here. There's fear here. There's the Queen of Swords in reversed. We've got the Star in reversed, the Six of Pentacles, and the overall energy is the Ten of Cups in reversed. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands in reversed. It's time for action. I do feel maybe there's been an overextended time period of planning. Or maybe somebody didn't really plan for the long term and they're feeling like they're getting the rug pulled out from under them because of a poor past choice or decision. I do feel this could be a huge loss of abundance, actually. Maybe there's a breakup and you're going to be splitting some shared resources. In the recent past, we do have the Knight of Cups in reversed with the Strength reversed, and we get this Knight of Wands. So I feel a player. I feel a player. I feel a romancer, a flirtatious romancer here that comes in and speaks words of love, comes in to sweep somebody off of their feet. And then we get the Pride and the Ego card, Leo in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We got fire here. And so it's like we've got somebody here that comes, sweeps you off your feet, and as quickly as they come in, they peace out and leave you kind of hanging in a dry desert. I do feel there could have been some ghosting here. I feel somebody has some fear about returning to somebody from the past. This could be an ex, somebody that, you know, you've been divorced from. I feel a feminine here that's completely released a toxic energy from the past. Maybe even completely just focused on her career. But I do feel we've got a feminine here that's not going to see something coming in. Don't deceive yourself, though, is what I want to say, because there's some type of an illusion here. The moon is ruled by fear, ego, and illusion. Cancer, Pisces energy. And so I do feel really pay attention to the calling of your heart. There is some type of revelation here coming through about an imbalance. And maybe there's somebody rushing in with a passionate message, but you are going to need to trust your instincts and your intuition. Is this really what you prayed for? I do feel there might be an opportunity to reevaluate a commitment of some sort. Are you really working well with this person? Is it an illusion that things are working well? I do feel there is a difficult conversation coming. I do feel there is definitely a difficult conversation coming. So this could be a release of something from the past that at one point in time you thought was going to be your happily ever after. There is this energy of a lack of reciprocity. There could be some karmic debt being played out. But I also feel this dark night of the soul energy coming through too. And so I do feel a wake-up call. The moon is like a wake-up call, Pisces energy with the Hanged Man in reversed. And so somebody's been stuck in a period of reflection and insight for quite some time, maybe about some past poor behaviors. We could have a man here that didn't behave very maturely, behave childishly, likes having sudden love affairs. We could have somebody here that's in love with falling in love. But when things get serious, the fear creeps in and it creates unnecessary worry, which leads to a repeated cycle of endings. And I do feel a need to break free from some type of fantasy here. This could be a broken home for sure. It could be. But I just feel this energy too of like Four of Cups in reversed. I feel like a Four of Cups in reverse coming through. And so maybe somebody totally blew their chances with a Queen of Swords here. And now they're feeling hopeless about coming in and paying off some karmic debt. Is this person trustworthy? Is this person trustworthy? And so I do feel seeing a situation in a whole new light. But let's clarify this moon energy. Kitty's right all up on the cards here for you, Taurus. Don't give me that look, Kitty. We get the Magician reversed, clarifying the moon, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Empress in reversed. This is very interesting. I feel this energy of watching. Somebody is watching, trying to gain insights when it comes to an ex. This could be an ex-spouse. This could just be like an ex-lover that had potential to be a life partner. I feel somebody, was deceiving themselves is what this feels like. And out of fear, they've just been lurking in the background, watching what it is that they missed out on. Somebody threw away an opportunity for wish fulfillment and their dreams to become a reality. And now they're kind of just watching, trying to figure out, is this person still single? I feel they're lacking magic in their life. Maybe somebody walked away from you, Taurus, in the past. And you've totally released this person, found the humor in it, found the lesson in it. And now we've got somebody sitting here bored and discontent. This was supposed to be a true match. That's what I feel here. And I feel somebody couldn't see this Empress's worth and this Empress's value. And I do feel maybe somebody, lost out on an opportunity to have a good life with this Empress. And so somebody here likely received some poor advice. Maybe they were too egoic and stoic to, lower their pride and ego to come in and speak up. I do feel there's been a lack of communication, and I do feel somebody wants to come in and apologize in order to end some challenging times. There's that Four of Cups in reversed. I knew it was there. I felt it, and there it is. So I do feel somebody is really feeling helpless and hopeless about coming in and facing some judgment. This is the past. I feel a reckoning here. I feel we've got a masculine here that's been bored for quite some time. Maybe went towards an unemotional relationship. There's definitely this energy of somebody in the past was emotionally unavailable. They were probably immature. They maybe didn't know what love was. But I feel there's been this energy of like a dry desert. This energy of worrying if things are going to work out or not work out. But I feel somebody failed to recognize a very magical opportunity with somebody that's likely a lifetime soul contract here. And they know it's time to head in this direction if they have any chance of having an opportunity there again. And so my cat just knocked over a pile of cards. There very likely was some type of fallout, I feel, in the past. And somebody's been sitting, stuck, bored, watching in silence, watching in silence of what it is that they missed out on. And they're getting a major wake-up call because things are moving forward. And so there's a possibility of a fresh new start here, Taurus, and the end of delays. But I do feel somebody needs to travel towards you with an apology, with an open-hearted message, an open-hearted apology. And maybe you are very psychically attuned to these energies. I feel you feel a social invitation coming, and maybe you're blocking this. But there's like a reckoning. Like I said, there is going to be a reckoning. There is like a balancing of the scales. And so if there was an unjust situation in the past, something is coming back around. And I do feel somebody is coming in from a position of integrity, and they've been holding on to you for a long time. Maybe they've been holding on to the betrayal that they put you through, and now they want to get this weight off their shoulders to end all of these challenges. Yeah, somebody definitely lacked integrity, made an unwise choice, and maybe you've avoided this person, or maybe they've avoided you. That's usually how it works, Taurus, right? When somebody does you wrong and they ghost you and they leave you in the dust, it's likely because they've done you wrong, and it really isn't anything to do with you. But I do feel somebody wants to come in and make a choice to go after victory. I think it's going to be up to you. I do feel a deep, deep spiritual, heart-centered connection here that could be true love. Deep, intimate connection here. And I do feel somebody made an unwise choice in the past. They didn't choose from the heart, maybe due to fear. But I feel it's really affected somebody's health, their mental health, their physical health. Maybe we've got somebody here struggling with illness, and they want to come in and recover after a long period of time of focusing on the negative. So forgiveness. Somebody might be coming in and seeking forgiveness because they're about to get a wake-up call and clarity on what it is that they need to do. So let's get you one last message from Spirit, Taurus. I do feel something about the past. After the cards got all knocked, this is the bottom of the one deck. So forgiveness is really going to be needed. What do you need to release to make room for this person to return? Because there is a past life connection here. What do you need to release? One last message for Taurus, please. One last message from Spirit. Try a different approach. I do feel somebody wants to come in and try a different approach, and maybe they've recently gone through some type of upheaval. I think whoever walked away from you, if you're this Empress, this person's been having a really tough time since they walked away from you. And so I feel you've risen your vibration. I feel you're calling in all kinds of good things in your life, and somebody's being tested right now. I do feel maybe in the past this person was very unhealthy, and now they've recognized the need to create a healthy space between you and them. I do feel maybe somebody needs your assistance because they're having a very hard time being emotionally vulnerable, and it's taken a lot of strength, I think, to hide their feelings for you. And so I do feel somebody wants to come in with an offer and reconnect with you, a connection that's on your heart. And so I think you already know who this person is. And so if there's somebody in your thoughts right now, it's likely that person, and they are so grateful to have met you and have you in their life. And I do feel they're coming in with a gift to show you that you are their heart's treasure. And that's what I got for you, Taurus. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I encourage you to check out the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time if you're leaving me here. If not, Virgo, you're up next. Virgo, welcome in. This is going to be your message for the new moon in Cancer. Keep in mind, this is for sun, moon, and rising placements. And so Virgo, before jumping in with the cards, I want to talk about what I feel is coming through for you in these energies. And so new moons are always about making your dreams a reality, right? New moons are about planting those seeds, Virgo. And so your hopes, your dreams, and your visions, I do feel are becoming a part of your reality. So any intentions that you set in the past and where you have put in the work, they are now paying off, is how I feel for my Virgo collective. And so a new opportunity could suddenly come through when it comes to a soul connection that might help put you back on a desired path. I do feel this is the perfect time for Virgos to fully step into their truth, their creative truth. And I do feel a huge release of old ideas around any relationship structures in your life. And so a new moon affirmation for you, Virgo, would be, I believe in my dreams. The universe will provide everything that you need to support your future visions, and I can attest to that. And so let's jump in with some cards, Virgo, and see what else needs to come through for you when it comes to this new moon in Cancer, Taurus, and Pisces. Very interesting. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces would be your opposite on the zodiac wheel. And so if you are dealing with a Pisces, this could be a very triggering karmic connection. Usually I find the opposites attract, but they don't last. And then we get the Taurus. And so this is about cultivating your dreams. And we do that by going into feeling all of these sensitive energies and putting in the legwork, right? You give Taurus a task and they are going to stick it through to the bitter end. I know all about cultivating that Taurus, the bull energy. And so you might be at a crossroads here, Virgo. You might be at a pivot point when it comes to making a decision between two. But I do feel in your heart of hearts, you've got what it takes to make your dreams a reality. And this is definitely about cultivating some fierce self-love too. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Virgo. Messages for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. So maybe you're restructuring your entire life. Maybe you're releasing an old relationship and a new relationship is going to be right around the corner. Maybe this is going to be connected to some type of creative work that you do. Strength. We get a 13 card, and so maybe you've been in the process of going through some profound transformation. I do always feel death energy with that. The past, a death to the past, putting the past to bed once and for all, and it's going to take dignified strength. Wow. So, wow, Virgo, there's that swinging pendulum. So we are in the precipice of probably the biggest transit of the entire year. The new moon in Cancer is falling on the day that the nodes shift from Taurus into Aries, which means the past life energy, or the south node, is shifting from Scorpio into Libra. So really pay attention to the Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, and Aries energies and axes within your natal chart, because there is going to be some type of activation when it comes to releasing the past. And so you are progressing, I feel, after a period of transformation. Maybe you've been in the death energy and going through a massive rebirth for the last 4 years, and now everything is starting to come into fruition when it comes to your visions. You're manifesting heaven on earth. That's what it feels like to me, Virgo. You're manifesting your pinnacle. What you desire, what you wished for, it is all being created. And so you are on the precipice of completing a major cycle. So there might be some subconscious exploration going on over the coming days when it comes to investigating something at a deeper level. Look a little bit deeper, Scorpio energies, because this is all about perception. So maybe you're going through a third eye activation and you're receiving downloads, messages from your higher self, Mercury. We got Mercury and Leo too, which is asking us to speak up and to speak out and to roar and to break free from any illusions. So perception is key. You could be going through some type of ego death here, and this is opening up the pathway to create the pinnacle of your life. So let's see what else needs to come through with the Moonology deck. And I combined both my Moonology decks. I've got the original Moonology deck combined with the Moonology Manifestation deck. And so get ready. Find a balance. I do feel coming into some type of soul integration. And this full moon is allowing you to embrace the flow. So Gemini and Libra, you could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with a Libra. But let's see what else needs to come through for you. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what else the cards got for you, Virgo. Oh, they're stuck together. Open up to change. So we got some fixed energy here. We got Aquarius, so you could be dealing with Aquarius, or pay attention to where Aquarius is in your chart. But Aquarian energy can be very fixed. And so it's time to embrace this change and to learn how to lean into the Cancer energy, the new moon in Cancer, and maybe relax a little bit, right? And then a win-win outcome is forecast Libra. So strong Libra energy. I do feel you are encouraged to work through any feelings stemming around a past cycle that needs to be released in order for a new soul connection to come through. A very loving, nurturing connection. And this will be a very balanced connection. And so if you've been struggling with the heart, maybe you've been going through like a heart purge, a weighing of the heart. And as you come into balance, this is bring forward a major win. So keep working through your feelings. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries, and have faith in your dreams, because I do feel a major release of blocks when it comes to the South Node shifting from Scorpio into Libra. There's going to be a huge release of blocks. And so what are you speaking into your existence? Because your hopes, your dreams, your visions can become your reality. So what intentions have you set? Let's jump in with the tarot and see what else needs to come through for you, Virgo. Wow. Well, if that ain't the pinnacle, the Empress, if that ain't the pinnacle, we've got a divine feminine here, and she is giving birth to her dreams. So a new creative project. I do feel if you've been putting in the hard work on a creative project, you are about to reap abundance and a whole lot of prosperity. And I do feel maybe as you rise, people that, you know, maybe didn't treat you right, they're going through a major wake-up call. I feel some karma playing out. There could have been a past judgment call where somebody didn't show you compassion, and you had to rise, and you had to heal, and you had to grow all on your own. And I do feel something from the past is coming back around to be dealt with, because I do feel maybe you need to offer somebody forgiveness. Maybe you need to forgive yourself, but there is this energy of stepping into some type of creative accountability, creative truth, birthing a new life. And maybe this is going to bring a whole bunch of people back from the past to pay off some karmic debt with you. But let's see what else needs to come through for you, Virgo. We're going to do 9 cards, and we're going to see what we got. We get the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, the Lovers reverse. There was definitely a poor decision made in the past. Yeah, and the Empress. And I feel somebody's headed straight towards you. Somebody that's maybe been living in denial about you being their wish fulfillment. Yeah, somebody here didn't go towards the commitment with you, and that was a very unwise choice. Somebody here received poor counsel, and they've been sulking. But I do see a new beginning here. Practical, loyal dedication. There was a missed opportunity here. And I think somebody's really been watching you, lurking in the background, afraid to admit that they made an unwise choice because their pride and their ego has kept them stuck in a situation that they really don't love. Maybe with a Queen of Cups. Yeah, I do feel some third party here. I really do. I do feel there's a masculine here realizing there's a better way, and that maybe you were the true happiness, but there's like this block in communication. I do feel somebody's watching you, trying to figure out, how the heck do I go back? How do I even go back and bring in an offer? Is this even going to be received? But I do feel somebody's really been reviewing the poor advice that they've received, and maybe somebody here's lost a lot of respect within a social group. Maybe there's going to be a canceled engagement, but I do feel admitting there was a wrong choice in lovers made. And maybe this was made out of fear. Maybe there was fear of deep, passionate relation here. But I also feel, too, it's like you're birthing a brand new life. You're breaking the mold. You're no longer sticking to traditions. You're going your own way. And so I do feel a release of an old mindset, too, here as well, Virgo. And so dead central energy, though, wish is coming true. So if you've prayed and you've wished for somebody to come back from the past that maybe's left you out in the dust for quite some time, I do feel a loyal, committed offer coming and admittance of an unwise choice. And so I do feel somebody's really held on when it comes to avoiding accountability. They've really avoided accountability when it comes to third party. Yeah, that's the truth. There was some type of betrayal in the past. And so I feel somebody's been losing sleep, having nightmares, maybe having nightmares about how they treated you. And this is creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of things growing out of proportion. I feel obsessive thought patterns, and I think somebody's getting a wake-up call. And I do feel communication is coming after a period of ghosting, because this was a life partnership. We definitely have a masculine here getting some type of tower because they didn't take charge. They didn't do the right thing. They didn't accept a leadership role. They didn't go towards a union that I feel is connected to the spiritual community. Virgo, get ready to receive some communication when it comes to a relationship from the past that maybe ended very harshly. There's something from the past resurging, and they've been watching you. They've been watching you grow. They've been watching you build a successful life. They've been watching you build prosperity and abundance in your life. And there's going to be rapid, unexpected communication about an exchange of some sort. I do feel there was an ending in the past because somebody was not coming from a place of integrity. They were not on the up and up. There were secrets here. There was something that came between you, whether it was a person, a place, or a thing. And I feel it was a person. I do feel it might have been another woman who maybe emotionally manipulated a situation. But I do feel we've got a masculine here. He wants to create balance, and there's been a lot of back and forth when it comes to making a decision on this. And so I do feel somebody wants to come in and create something extraordinary with you, Virgo. They want to reach compromise, and they're mastering self-control, patience, and discipline. And I do feel by Leo season, there will be a decision made. There will be clarity. There will be no more confusion, releasing addictions, moving forward with crystal clear clarity, headed straight towards a time of joy and success, Virgo. And so I do feel coming out of a period of transformation. I do feel you've been healing from mental exhaustion. It is time to come out of hiding. It is time to maybe create something out of these significant life changes that you've been going through. It's time to release these old beliefs and to break free from procrastination. And there is a new exciting offer coming, a new opportunity, a new creative, optimistic opportunity. Get ready to receive an offer or an invite. If you believe it, it will happen. And so I do believe somebody wants to come in and fuel your passions with you, and they are getting ready to finish what was started. So let's get you one last message from Spirit, Virgo. What else does Spirit have to say about this one? Okay. Trust your intuition. What you are sensing is spot on. So everything is all right. Release the need to know an outcome. There is going to be an epiphany, which is going to trigger somebody's bravery to do something very important at this time. And I do think an honest conversation is coming. And so the truth might not be what you want to hear. But I do feel somebody rectifying a past lie that hurt you and coming in with honest communication. I do feel in the past there was a situation fraught with deception. And somebody wants to come in and speak up. I think they had a lot of options in the past and they didn't honor this connection. And so what you need to do, Virgo, surrender control, because I do feel the divine's got it under control. And that's what I got for you, Virgo. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading, feel free to check out the description box below. If you're staying with me, great. If not, I look forward to seeing you all again next time, and we are heading into Capricorn next. Capricorn, welcome in. This is going to be your new moon in Cancer message. What I want you to keep in mind, Capricorn, is this is for any major Capricorn placement. Sun, moon, rising is my focus. So if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. And it doesn't hurt to cross-watch any signs that you might be dealing with. Before jumping in with the cards, I want to talk about what came through, tapping into your energy. And so I do feel a new, exciting relationship coming in. Whether it's in business or love, could definitely manifest for you, Capricorn. But I do feel in order for this new exciting relationship, there is going to be a deepening of some emotions when it comes to self-development for you. And so you might be experiencing a new emotional realization about what it is you've been lacking from a current partner in order to give birth to some truth to find the motivation to make some big changes. And so what you're being asked to do is to choose someone who aligns with you authentically. And so a new moon affirmation for you, Capricorn, would be, I embrace new relationships and I will only accept those who can hold space for who I truly am. So let's jump in with the cards and we'll see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn. And so, yeah, there's the Cancer energy and third house of communication. And so third house is naturally ruled by Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer, or pay attention to those aspects in your chart. But I do feel it's time to immerse yourself into maybe healing from a mother wound. Cancer is connected to the mother. And so you might find it hard being entrenched in some deepening of some emotions coming up here. But I do feel something about home, something about family, something about a mother wound coming up, and communication is going to be needed. So you might be going through a realization and you might need to communicate to somebody that's been draining you. Hey, you got to go. I need to make a change. I'm lacking motivation when you're around. But let's see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I see a card in here that doesn't belong. Very interesting. I'll see if it comes through. Messages for Capricorn. Sagittarius. So there's a cycle rounding completion. I also feel like this wounded healer energy. This is all about expansion. 9. 9 is a cycle reaching completion, and it's time to get your life in order. It's time to get your life in balance. And so there might be a very emotionally painful realization coming through about some imbalance in order to get you future oriented. Look at, I knew that was going to pop out. There's the Moonology card that was not meant to be in the deck. And then we get the Taurus energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. More Gemini. There's likely going to be some type of North Node activation, and maybe this process began already at the 7-7 portal last week, I think it was. But I feel a pivot point. You're at a crossroads. What is it that you want to cultivate, Capricorn? What is it that you want to bring into your life when it comes to a balanced union of some sort? More Libra energy. A win-win outcome is forecast, but you have to only accept relationships where you can be your authentic self. And so I do feel a truth, a hefty truth is coming forward that you're going to have to really sit with and digest, Virgo, and then it will require you to take some action. And so I do feel an activation of some sort when it comes to some imbalances within relationships. Are you really getting back what it is that you're putting into this investment? Would be a really good question to ponder. Are you really getting what you need from your partner or a partnership? So let's see what else needs to come through for you with the Moonology deck. Messages for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh. Balance, spirituality, and practicality, Pisces. And so we do have Neptune retrograde in Pisces along with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And so is there a balance? Do your dreams have practicality? Are you in a situation that does create balance? Because I do feel emotions are running high. And maybe you're going to need to take a time out to take a breather as something kind of disintegrates. We get Virgo energy, and so you're needing to trust that everything is going to work out, but communication is definitely going to be key. You need to communicate these changes, and so I do feel it's time to believe in yourself, and do not let the past hold you back. So what or who do you need to release? Because there is a situation here that isn't going to amount to anything. Nothing will come of this situation. So how can you attune to the divine and really take stock of what it is that you need to release during this new moon cycle? Communication is going to be key. So let's jump in with the tarot and see what else needs to come through for you. I do feel letting go of something that maybe you thought was going to lead to a wonderful new opportunity. And maybe you've been dealing with a lot of internal conflict when it comes to acceptance of maybe you're dealing with somebody that just cannot give you what you need within a partnership. I also feel a lot of outside opinions really have created inner conflict and a lot of drama here. So there is a situation that you need to walk away from. And you do need to stand up for yourself. And it might feel like a huge loss, but it might lead you down the pathway of a huge loss. And you might miss out on a lucrative new soul contract clinging to something that needs to be released. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. The 10 of Swords in reversed, the 2 of Swords in reversed, and the Wheel reversed. So I do feel you're staring something right in the face here. Something maybe you didn't want to look at, you didn't want to admit was there. I think you've been pretending there's not been any issues, there's not been any problems. I think you've been overanalyzing a situation, and it's really created a block on the heart. But I think you've always kind of seen it there, and you chose to ignore it. And so there is like a major ending here. I do feel there's a new opportunity for happiness, but you got to take the rose-colored glasses off, Capricorn. You got to take the blinders off, and you better be willing to make a decision. You can't keep people pleasing. You can't do that, Capricorn. And so you need to bring relief into your life, and this might require letting somebody go that's been a weight, that's felt like a burden. And I do feel maybe there's been some type of hidden addictions. There might be a melodramatic ending here, but I just feel there's been blocks, there's been challenges, there's been delays, an unexpected shakeup. This could be an unexpected loss of fortune, but it's going to bring in positive change, even though it's not going to feel like that. Wow, we get the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Coins in reversed, and the Page of Coins. And so there's been a lot of juggling. There's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of indecision, a lot of ignoring the truth. Maybe when it comes to a romancer here, I do feel a realignment is getting you back on path with a clean slate, and you might have to start from ground zero. You might have to learn something new. Maybe you need to go back to school. I think it's going to take a lot of hard work. This might be embracing a new career, a new area of study. We get the King of Wands in reversed. There's that Ace of Coins in reversed, and the 9 of Wands. So we definitely have a situation here that's left you weary, that's left you wounded. I do feel you're definitely dealing with somebody that really isn't invested. I think there's control issues here. You could be dealing with a master manipulator. You could be dealing with somebody a little bit narcissistic. I do feel somebody here is lacking motivation, lacking drives. I feel like a very theatrical love bomber is kind of what this feels like, Capricorn. And I do feel you better be careful, because it very well could lead to a huge loss. There's no loyal dedication here. This really isn't going anywhere is what I see. And I do think it's time to admit some truth. Something here, somebody was trapped in some type of an illusion, feeling helpless, bound to something is what it feels like. With the 10 and the 2 in reverse, we kind of got a 8 of Swords in reversed at play. And so maybe you're coming to a realization of, oh my God, I'm dealing with somebody that this is not who I thought they were. The King of Wands in reverse can be controlling, jealous, possessive, could be clingy, because they don't have a lot of self-worth and self-value. We could have somebody here very angry over a missed opportunity. But I do feel this is like consciously opening up a wound to enter into a new relationship cycle. So there's definitely something here you need to leave behind. Somebody might be packing up and relocating in order to welcome some relief. I feel this underlying depressive state. Maybe there's been some mental illness here playing out. But I feel there is a new relationship cycle trying to come in with the Page of Cups. But you need to make a harsh judgment call and maybe block communication with somebody. I do feel somebody made a poor judgment call. With all of these retrograde energies too, we're kind of reviewing the past. And so I do feel there's been resistance to heading in a new direction. Maybe this new relationship isn't even in the physical yet, but it exists in the spiritual. So you're going to have to trust in what it is that you know you need to do. Because I think there's a lot going on. There's an opportunity for movement forward, rapid changes, but you're going to have to go towards positive opportunities. So I do feel within the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a major realignment here. So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. And so I kind of feel like just, yeah, a realignment. This is not a happily ever after, emotionally content situation. I feel two people playing pretend, playing house. And I do feel been clinging to control because they didn't want to maybe go into the grief and admit that things just didn't turn out the way you thought they were going to turn out. And there's going to be a major ending here, the death. So there is an ending here. There is a big, big ending, maybe with a Scorpio, that will lead to a new beginning. So there is something that needs to be released, whether it's a romantic situation, a work situation, or a person that's been holding you back. It's time to embrace this spiritual transformation and to admit, hey, maybe the spark is gone. There's no finish in something here because it doesn't fuel your passions. It's just not what you wanted. And I do feel you want to seek something new, a new exciting opportunity. So don't let ego hold you back. Capricorn, that's your card. Don't let the past hold you back because it's time to accept a responsibility. Make a choice. Is it going to support your happiness? Because I do feel there's some type of unhealthy pattern, an unhealthy habit here, a trauma bond, or an addictive cycle that's really brought somebody down to rock bottom here. And it's time to get a wake-up call, Leo energy. So let's get you one last message from Spirit, Capricorn, and see what else needs to come through for you. The universe has been communicating with you through the signs and the syncs. Are you paying attention? Because I do feel like zing, zing, zing. We got a wake-up call here. There's a partnership here that isn't reciprocal. And partnership, true mutual partnership, will have compromise. You'll both have an open mind, an open heart, a loving heart, and healthy communication. And so I do feel, open up your heart, because I do feel you've given, and this person hasn't given anything back. So be careful of choosing people that don't reciprocate, that deplete and don't reciprocate, because either you deceived yourself or you're dealing with somebody fraught with deception, deceiving you. And there's going to be an epiphany to get you out of this situation. And that's kind of what I've got for you, Capricorn. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out the description box below. And I hope to see you all again next time. Thank you.